Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to No Holds Barred, place where my chair squeaks and we kind of do and talk about whatever the heck I feel like doing. So today I actually do have makeup that I've found at like my local Winners and Marshalls, which is TJ Maxx for the rest of the world. I don't understand why in Canada it's a Quebec company, so it's still Home Goods and Marshalls, but Winners instead of TJ Maxx, and that's an English word, so I'm still confused on that one. But finally found some stuff. There's been like less and less. My cat wants to be part of the video, and I think just honestly people are just being more mindful about their purchases, and because it's getting fucking expensive too. But either way, I have been away for a little bit, mostly because my autoimmune disorders decided to just wreak havoc on everything. And something I struggled with for a while. The fact that in May, my top teeth, they're all gone. We had temporaries for now. So I do talk a little bit funny. Maybe not to all of you. But we're always our own worst critics, right? So I'm okay with that now. I can talk about it because it happened. I have something called Sjogren's, and it affects all sorts of different body parts, including my eyes as well. So yeah, my teeth were just breaking and from the inside out and all sorts of stuff. And I had, you know, pain obviously and infections and stuff, where I am now allergic to both penicillin and clindamycin. Isn't that great? And then on top of everything, in late July, I was sitting on the floor doing a puzzle, and I love that fucking puzzle. It is the layout of the Overlook Hotel from The Shining, and I was almost done. And I dislocated my knee. And that sucked. Again, you think you're safe on the floor, but again, if you're squeamish, don't listen for the next few minutes. Sitting crisscross applesauce, and I leaned too much. One leg went under, I went forward. And it's been a fight to try to really heal it well. Long story short, yeah, by the way, if you've never heard before, hi, I live with mental illnesses and all sorts of other stuff, and that's perfectly fine. You're okay with that. You're still a valid human being. But when I went to the hospital, because I dislocated my knee, I put it back myself, sitting on the floor, my poor little cat was kind of like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Her little paw was trying. Anyway, they wrote me off as being mentally ill, wanting attention, and I can kind of prove it, but there's still nothing we can do about it. So after waiting for like, I think 18 hours, and them calling every other person in the waiting room, including all the homeless people, which, again, that's another issue for another day, where I live in New Brunswick. We still do, we just had a new election, okay? And tangent, already on a tangent. But the old government didn't give a fuck. He didn't care about anybody who finally voted him out, in the sense that, first of all, our finance minister's previous job before being a politician was being a radio DJ. So the fact that we had $1 billion in a surplus, okay? $1 billion with a B. Because politics in Canada work in the sense the federal government allocates each province money for certain departments like schools and health and whatever. And then the provinces, they decide how to allocate that money themselves. That government decided to just put it in a bank account and not invest it into healthcare where we need it. To the point that like nurses worked throughout the entire COVID without an actual contract, because the union was about to go on strike when COVID hit, because they just hated the guy would not just, anyway, whatever. So yeah, even people who don't know much about politics, or people that failed math in school, can all understand that that's not balancing the budget because you just didn't decide to pay the bills. But whatever. So our healthcare system is lacking. The mental health system doesn't have the help that it's supposed to have and all that kind of stuff. So we do have a huge homeless problem. And unfortunately, like, a addiction problem with that. And we're hoping things are going to get better. But yeah, so some of them just end up in the hospital waiting rooms because, I mean, it was the middle of the heat wave. It gets really, really warm here in the summertime, and it gets really fucking cold in the wintertime. it's Canada. I live on the East Coast. I live in New Brunswick. It happens. We're cool with it. But now the hospital, yeah, they wrote me off. They made me wait. And then when they finally saw me, even though they did an x-ray, they sent me home and told me nothing was wrong. And I only found out the week after when I went to see him, like, my family doctor, because I have one now, which is another New Brunswick thing. Don't have a family doctor, you could be waiting 10 years. Whatever. Yeah, so she told me that, yeah, it was broken and whatever. So I didn't get to see the surgeon, the orthopedic surgeon. I mean, I have now because I kind of heard it later on. So chances are I'm going to need surgery. I have to see the orthopedic surgeon, I think, in a week and a half from now. And it's just not healing well because I had the wrong brace, because the forms weren't filled out, because the original doctor, I don't know what happened. But anyway. But back to all the makeup stuff. That's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. And finally I found some cool makeup stuff and at like amazing prices. It's most of my thing is the fact that like some of these things are like 80 something bucks at Sephora and I got them for 25 because that's fucking cool. So let's look at that. The first one I'm gonna talk about is this Clinique Dramatically Different Hydrating Gel. You can see it over there. This is $48 at this size at Sephora, and I got it for $20, which is great because I love this stuff. Like my skincare, I've been into skincare for only like 4 or 5 years now. I just turned 42. Like that's just how old I am, and thankfully I think it's genetics. My skin's pretty good. The big, yeah. Also, I thrifted this shirt yesterday, and yeah, I can probably name you every single song in their catalog and probably sing most of them. I won't because I can't sing, but that's not the point. Anyway, this is one of my favorites because I mean I have more of there that's almost done. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th time rebuying this, and I get them again at Marshall and TJ Maxx because it's way freaking cheaper. Because the other one I'm going to show you is this Boissance. I don't know if you can see that there. This is $81 at Sephora. And I really, really love this brand. I've emptied things from them before that I also found. I can't afford $80 something for skincare. Like, it works. I love it. It's great. I don't have that kind of money. So these are the things that I was on the hunt for. I don't know if you can see it there. It has that Squalane, I think that's what it's called. For somehow this brand has vegan. But Squalane, it comes from shark fins. So I don't know how they make it vegan. I don't really want to ask questions. Because I really like the stuff. And again, I got it for $25. If you look this up on Sephora at this Mills, I think it's 50 mils. It's $81. So I saved some money. That was great because I needed to save some money. And then the other thing that I really saved some money on that I'm super excited about is this Laura Mercier powder. Yeah, people are messaging me. And it's like the huge one. It's the 49 grams. You can probably see the reflection of my mirror and all that kind of stuff. This is like the extra huge one, and I think somebody made a mistake, maybe? I don't know. So for tips to people out there, right, if you're shopping at Marshall's and all that kind of stuff, and things are in those little boxes, you can ask somebody to open up the box so that you can, like, look at them. So don't put your fingers through the shit that's not in boxes, alright? Sorry for my tangent. I've just been shopping at my local Winners and Marshalls for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. And a lot of the stuff I know personally and stuff. And also, you don't have to put your fingers through everything. It ruins it for everybody else. If you want to know what it looks like, again, ask staff. They will open it up. They will let you look at it. And that's what we did with this one. Again, I recognize the brand. Some people don't. Whatever. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Personally, it kind of helps me out sometimes because some people, you know, overlook good things. Whatever. But it was in the box of last year's holiday edition, right? And there was this one, and there was like another box that was a little bit smaller, but they were both $25. So we looked at them. Sorry, my nose is itchy. So we looked at them and opened them up, and this one was just like the extra large one. The other one had the regular large one or whatever. Anyway, and it had like the puff that came with it. Usually this is like $25. I can't find this size on Sephora anymore, but it's been, again, it was just like the last year's holiday box, which is fine. It's powders. They last. And I am going to use it because I'm the type of person that sets my makeup. I don't like bake, but I set my makeup first and then whatever, I do my thing. But I've been using this Anastasia Beverly Hills one that I got there as well. And yeah, I'm about to like here in it left, so I really like that. But I had like a smaller one, and again, $25 for this amount of product. I don't think I can get e.l.f. for this amount of product, which is also e.l.f. is still the bomb anyway. But yeah, it was definitely worth the money. I'm super happy that I was able to find it at that price because, yeah, and other things, like they had like a Laura Mercier day, like they got like a whole shipment or something. There's a couple things that I was looking at, but, you know, I'm not rich, I got a budget. But this one I did pick up, so that is the Pure Canvas Primer. Really love this. This is my one that I'm kind of babying at the moment, but I don't have to. This one I paid $19.99, so I paid $20, and I do believe, let me check, it's $62. This is $62. Like, one, it's great, but $62 for something that's just basically another type of moisturizer? Like, it works great. I love it, but for $62, but also, now, the $62 one that's at Sephora is 30 mils, and this one was a 50 mil. So, the prices are going up, the amount of products we're getting is going down. Whatever. I don't know. I can't explain it. I mean, the world economy is kind of... And honestly, do we have a choice? Like, if it's things that we need, because I have a bunch of smelly soaps and stuff. I don't know. It's not my place to say anything. I don't know how to be... I have no clue how to be a world leader, so I ain't going to be doing any of that. But I did pick up this awesome, like, Anastasia Beverly Hills, like, Lash serum. I don't know if you can read it. I think it might be backwards. I'm not too sure. Now, if I look this up, they only have the brow one left, and apparently this this size is $88. $88 for a serum for, like, it's for, like, $12.99. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, and I really, really like it. It's been helping a lot. These are my own lashes, and I don't really like my face much right now, but we're all our own worst enemies, right? Then I've been going through some like autoimmune stuff. I'm losing a whole bunch of weight because we have to have this very, very strict diet because I'm allergic to pretty much everything, either anaphylactically or just anyway. So I do really like this lash serum. It doesn't, I mean, if I get it in my eyeball, sure, it'll hurt. But otherwise, it doesn't really bother me. And again, I'm allergic to a lot of fucking stuff. So, worth it. And I'm going to go on a side note. Anastasia Beverly Hills, sometimes they make these fucking killer products. But if they're not for, like, the eyebrows or, like, an eyeshadow palette, it's like they don't last. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to find it for cheaper. But they also used to make this makeup wipe, but it wasn't like a white wipe. It had the cleansing oil in it, and it would just take everything off your face. It was so easy to take my makeup off. So I don't know if they just don't advertise it right, or people only know them for one thing. I have no idea, but I'm really liking this. If I had known that it was no longer available at Sephora, I would have picked up a second one. I'm still on the lookout for it. Another thing that I did find, this was pretty earlier in the summer though, because this one I've used it and it was like $14, because again, there's not much makeup, at least not where I am. I don't know if it's because people are putting their fingers to them too much, because when people do that, then they have to write them off as, you know, whatever, because it's unsanitary and all that kind of stuff, and they get sent less. Like, the more you steal from stores like that, it all gets passed down. But anyway, whatever. I kind of like this for a while because I have a thing for green. I have used it a few times. I really like it. It actually turns out really, really pretty. It's pretty easy to, like, travel with. If I travel, which I don't. Because I don't leave in my house, alright? I'm getting my money's worth from my rent. But yeah, it's really pretty. It's kind of like duochromish, but not really. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it looks really nice. So that's pretty easy. Happy with that. At $14, I'm pretty happy with that. And then another thing that I picked up before I get to like the pièce, that is dance. Anyway, there was this Melt bronzer. And here in Canada, Melt is no longer available on Sephora. Which I guess is kind of okay, I think. Well, I have a few palettes from them, actually. I did buy straight from them when the Gemini 1 and 2 came out. They're good. They just kind of sit there. I don't know why they're not my favorites. I don't know. But either way, I'm a bronzer bitch. Okay, everything. I have a whole drawer that's just bronzer, highlighter, and blush. And then I have a whole drawer that's nothing but eyeshadow. And then I have a whole drawer that's nothing but Too Faced, because I collect that. And we're going to... We get to Too Faced. That's the whole point. Why I decided to make a video today. But yeah, so I've used it a few times. It's pretty... I love how it's like packed in, I suppose. It's got a nice... I don't know how else to explain it, to the fact that it's in there in a sense that when you dip your brush into it, you don't get a lot of product, so you have more control. You don't accidentally have like way too much blush and make a... Sorry, I can hear my neighbors in the hall. They're all sweet people, okay? Everybody in my building's like older people, which is fine. They're all nice people. But this bronzer really is easy to work with. The fact that you don't pick too much of it, so you're not like accidentally with too much of it on your face, and you can build it up. Looks really nice. Again, I've used it a few times. It was something like $12, I think. And if I look it up, if I were to buy it from Melt, it's about like $30. And these two things are not in my budget. So I actually added up the things from Sephora if I would have bought them there at their price compared to what I paid. These things are not in what, you know, full price part, but they are in what I ended up paying at the end. And it's a huge, huge difference. But before I get to the Too Faced one, I just want to like honorably mention the fact that there's a lot of Morphe palettes for people that might be getting into makeup or just looking for like a really huge palette. This one happens to be with a lot of greens, because again, green is a theme in my life, okay? There's just all these different colors. I haven't not used it. It's sitting there in case I want to. Might just become part of the collection. But they have a lot of Morphe palettes, and they're about $20. So that's a pretty good amount of money for, you know, all the colors that you do get. Morphe's quality is pretty good. I mean, if you're just starting into things, they have some with color. They have some, right now they got a few with a lot of pastels in them. And then they have a lot that just have like browns and neutrals and just easy blendable stuff. And again, if you're at the TJ Maxx or Marshalls or wherever you're at, and you want to see the color, again, just bring it. Go ring the bell for the perfume part, or ask an associate. They will take you to like the cash, and they'll open it up, and then you can look at it. Don't touch it, but you can look at it and then decide if you want to. Because, yeah, it's what I did. So this one is better than chocolate, alright? I need to talk about this one, because it's so much prettier. And is it even going to pick up? Probably not. The online one made it... It's been out for a while. Too Faced collector like I am. The story behind everything is that Too Faced was created by Jared and his partner, and they were in charge of the company for a really long time. And I think 2019 or 2020, they sold the company to Estee Lauder, right? But Jared stayed on as the creative director, which is, you know, he was still the same role, but I mean, they're getting a little bit older. They wanted some time to just, you know, be with each other. And I think 22 or something like that was where he not necessarily voluntarily stepped down. And myself and everybody else that likes to collect Too Faced were a little bit bummed out, because we're like, well, where's the fun gonna be from? Because collecting is a thing. So like the tin ones, just hold on a minute. These are the ones that I've been collecting, which is why, again, I'm missing 3 of like these smaller ones, but they're $22. Like, even the prices for shit at like TJ Maxx and all that stuff, like the resellers, they're not that much of a bargain. Because, by the way, TJ Maxx is not always the cheapest option. Google stuff before you buy it, by the way. But yeah, I collect these. I mean, I'm trying to put some of them in like my everyday makeup, like that one. This one's also in like my everyday drawer. Try to use them. But it was a Christmas one. And then this one smells like cinnamon, by the way. And this one also smells delicious. My friend was here the other day. My best friend lives next door, and she's looking at all my stuff. She's like, what the fuck? And also, her little boy. Her little boy's the best thing ever. I love him so much. Look, he might be, like, he's autistic and so far nonverbal, but he's trying to talk, and he's just the cutest thing. He lights up everybody's world all the time. Like, it's just amazing. But one of the things I do have from Too Faced is their chocolate gold. Because, yeah, Too Faced is known for their chocolate bar palettes, which is why the chocolate comes here, and they're also known for their Better Than Sex mascara. So that's why this was better than chocolate, because this was their kind of way to come back to the tin packages after everybody kind of got pooped out that Jared was gone. But I just like to show stuff off because it's in my collection. But also, this is nothing but metallics. This was one of the best metallics formula that was out there. They're a little dried up now. But anyway, so there was the chocolate bonbon. Again, they were known for the chocolate bar palette. The original chocolate bar one I sold a while back before I realized I was a collector, so I kind of regret that. But then there is this one. This is semi-sweet, and this one I used a lot. I've panned, and this is going to circle back. It's going to come back. There's the gingerbread spice that they had. That's not a very good angle, but yeah, the sun's going down. I've been trying to do this for a while. ADHD. Look, you know how they go like squirrel? I do that for glitter shiny things. This is the peach palette. It smells like peaches. And yeah, I got them all on sale. Okay, I don't have them. Then there's the pumpkin spice one that I had the other day. I was using that one the other day, and I actually have cinnamon swirl over here, which is upside down. And I do have the corresponding lippies for them and everything like that. And this one's not a tin palette, but they tried to move into like this type of a format. This is the Born This Way Sunset Stripped, and I just really like the metallics that are in it. So yeah, Too Faced tried to go more into these types of palettes and these smaller ones, and people just kind of like weren't having it. Hold on. Sorry, I had to put my stuff back because my cat was trying to get into the drawer. Because, you know, she's the way she is. But this is why it's called Better Than Chocolate, right? The chocolate bar palettes, the Better Than Sex mascara. It was their way to come back into the tin palettes. And this year's holiday collection is an apple one. And the way that it's set out, it looks kind of dumb. But then I've seen someone swatch it, and if you swatch it in the proper series, it actually looks pretty. But anyway, but again, this one, $78 at Sephora. I'm not paying $78 for a palette. Mostly not from Too Faced, because the quality is hit or miss on them. And again, the picture of it compared to what it, like, in person, this is so pretty, which is why I did this whole thing, just to show off how pretty it is. I don't really know if it's going to pick up well or not, because again, the sun's going down. I'm a mess, man. I'm a mess every day, though, so whatever. Yeah, it's everything kind of that I wanted, because it's supposed to be their most popular shades and formulas from past palettes, so that's why I'm excited about it. There's like these shades over here, and that one are really close to the ones that I've almost panned in the other one, so I can really see myself just using this every single day, like as like a daily one. I tend to like rotate my drawer of like daily so that I can kind of get through my stuff. But I am really close. There's a lot of things that I've hit pan on, and that's really cool because I haven't been buying much because I got a lot of shit to use. So I will bring you guys another video of the things that I'm close to panning at. And then a couple other things that I got on sale. I'll give you a whole other video of that. So I did get another Crystal Noir because it is divine. it is just everything. I feel so luscious and scrumptious, and it just makes my bad day better. And again, I had a 30 ml, and it was like halfway through, and I was babying it, and then I saw this one, and didn't pick up the first day, went back the second day and got it. No regrets. And that's like $200, and so is this one. This brand is $200 at Sephora. This one was $50. That one was $90. You know, this again, I've really been into perfumes and stuff lately as well, because makeup kind of got boring. So I'll bring you a whole other one again of my favorite scents for the fall. But again, back to this beauty over here, where I'm sitting. I think I can use it every day. I think I'm going to try to do, like, for the first time, because again, I got a couple of my friends that are really into the painting stuff. I'm going to try, like, my pan this, like, 2025. Again, I can really see myself every day. I am feeling better. I'm more into wearing makeup every day. I've got, I do have to have people that help me do my chores or my errands or whatnot, because I don't drive. I have eye issues. Again, my knee's all fucked up. My back's also extremely fucked up, which is something that we didn't see coming. Yeah, my vertebrae are all, and one of them's pushing into my spine, so that's always fun. But yeah, we're finally getting back, as COVID fucked everything up, right? So I'm getting back out into the world and doing things and wear makeup every day. So I think I can actually, like, you know, get a really good dent in it, because it's so satisfying when you look at your makeup and you're like, oh, I've used up that much. Like, I'll show you. I just have to show this one off because I'm proud of the progress I've made. Like, you can almost see. And these are the Cover FX monochromatic, by the way, blushes and highlighters. I love them. I have like 4 or 5 of them. This is one that I'm just kind of starting to get into now. So again, I'll have a whole video about this because I'm planning on doing a whole lot more. But if you put them side to side, I've really gone into that one because it's just such a perfect shade for like everyday stuff. I have a Tarte blush that I'm almost completely out of, which would be my second one that I'm done. I have another highlighter that's really close. So I'm really getting into my life. I'm really having a good time, and I'm looking at something else that I picked up at Winners and Marshalls that I freaking loved. So there are these earrings. Okay, they were for Halloween, but I mean, I can wear little spidey webs on my ears at any time. Like, and they were like, I don't know, $14 or whatever. They were fun. I wore them when I went to see Beetlejuice. Yeah, I went to see Beetlejuice with my friend again because it's hard for me to get out. Same thing. I got a really bad knee. Like, it doesn't bend the way it's supposed to bend. Getting into cars is hard and all sorts of stuff. Oh, baby Jesus, send help. Actually, I think baby Jesus is helping me. But the couple of other things that I'm super happy that I found the other day was these hand soaps. They smell fucking delicious, and they were $9.99, and they're glass. So if you know someone that's really into like smelly soaps, like Bath and Body Works or whatever, you want to get them something nice for Christmas. They're sand and fog. Don't sleep on sand and fog things. Sometimes they have perfume oils, divine, or room sprays. I mean, they're good, but they were $9.99, and that's a Canadian price, by the way. Yeah, they're glass. They smell like, this one's cinnamon something. Cinnamon vanilla. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, and the same thing I got like this. They have a whole bunch of Crabtree and Evelyn. That used to be a store. I'm pretty sure it closed. This one's pomegranate. So, I mean, I just like smelling really good. Like, I do bathe, okay? I do bathe. I also need to get my hair cut because it's super freaking long. I was having a good hair day this morning. But I ain't no more. So yeah, it's kind of doing what it wants to do. I'm starting to do what I want to do. Having a good time. Just getting settled back into life. You know, let me know if you do want to hear more stuff. Again, I do plan on having a whole video about my favorite winter scents and what I like about them. To plan on showing you the things that I've hit pan on, because I have a few of those as well. If you got any other like suggestions or questions or anything, like leave them down below. Other than that, that's it for me. You know, it's late here. It's time for me to go eat, even though I'm definitely not starving. But yeah, thank you very much, and you guys have a great day. Love you.